Hi guys, how are you doing? It's been a while since we've got to talk, so we have a lot of things to talk about today. A bunch of new items, a couple of cognacs, but two new whiskeys first. We got the Hirsch limited edition in, and for those of you who are missing the Black Maple Hill, this is the one to replace it. It's $32, and it is a perfect little summery kind of sipper. It's light, it's fruity, there's a lot of banana notes to it, so it makes a killer drink. It's great on the rocks just to sip on, and we get inundated with so much expensive whiskey. We just had our Four Roses single barrel, which was great, but this is perfect for come home, sit on the couch, put on the slippers, and just make a quick little bourbon-y drink, and I like it a lot. So it should be a lot of fun and very affordable. Come in and try it. And then two, we have a new single malt that David came home really excited about from Scotland, and now I'm really excited about it. It's Killoman, and it's their new release. These guys are so young that they haven't had anything sustainable yet. It's always been one-off. This is our barrel, we're going to offer it to you. Once it's gone, it's gone. But this is going to be their new always here kind of whiskey, and it is fantastic. It's really interesting, and I think we need to get away from age associations with whiskey and just start looking at them objectively. Like, is this good? I don't care if it says it's 20 years old on it or if it's 4 years old. It needs to be judged as something, as its own entity. And so this is young, and people are going to tell you that it's really young, but it's a blend of. It's their first blend. It's bourbon and sherry barrels put together, and it is delicious Islay whiskey. It's got some smoke, and it's really intriguing. Average age of 5 years old, and so they're just growing up as a distillery. So really, our judgment has to be fresh and new to every single one of their whiskeys, because it's the last thing we've tasted from them. It's going to be completely new. We've never had it before at that age because they're growing up kind of right in front of us. So it's really exciting for us. David was kind enough to bring me some of their new make right off the still, and just what they're doing there is fantastic. I don't get excited about white whiskey very often, and it was killer. It was smoky and delicious, and that translates to me is that they're doing something really right there, and they're making some really cool whiskey. So this is, for $50 on the shelf, really one of my favorite new whiskeys in Islay. It has smoke, but it also has some really nice sweetness and richness. It's almost like a smoked flan or smoked creme brulee. I like it a lot, and what Killoman does for me, their signature flavor is just this really beautiful cinnamon spice, and when your nose is in the glass, it is just inundated with this beautiful cinnamon note, and then after you're done, the finish is this beautiful smoky cinnamon essence that is very uniquely Killoman and very uniquely good. So come in, give this a try. Put your age discriminations out of the window and just kind of think about this as a whiskey. And I hope you guys like it. All right, it's time to talk cognac now. And David did a fantastic job of getting 3 different barrels from the 3 different regions in cognac that are really expressive of what they're supposed to be. This is the Borderies bottling, and Borderies is always really interesting for me. It's one of my favorite areas, and it's young and fruity, and it's really expressive in its fruit, and it comes, all 3 of these cognacs are really different in how they come across. It smells like when your grandmother would make applesauce. It smells like that really fresh kind of stewing pears and apples with a little bit of vanilla and cinnamon spice to it, just like an applesauce would smell, and fresh and bright and really fruity and good. And I like the Borderies, kind of underappreciated area in cognac. This is the Petit Champagne, and these tend to be a little bit more wood driven. This was a lot more kind of nougaty and almonds and a little bit more spice from the barrel. So it's more of what I think of as really classic cognac. Quite good, a little bit more woody and forceful. Not quite as fresh and young as the Borderies, but more savory for sure. And really, really good. And then kind of the big boy in the lineup is Grand Champagne. Really amazing, but what I liked about it was there's so much complexity and so much depth to the spirit. The nose is like orange and leather and barrel spice and just so much. I just sat there and just took it all in. But it's not flashy and it's not too aggressive. It's really comfortable with itself. It's like the millionaire that shows up in flip flops and is fine with himself. But can buy whatever the heck he wants and doesn't need to shout about it. Delicious, delicious cognac. Alright, and last is a new K&L barrel selection that David and I got to pick out. I'm always excited about our barrel selections because we get to pick exactly what we want for a bourbon. So 1792, which is Sazerac Distillery, sent us a bunch of barrel samples. We tasted them and picked out this guy, and it is a lot like the Hirsch, but a little bit richer for me. Less bananas, more kind of that caramel vanilla bit to it. Quite tasty. It's fun for us. You can guys come in and tell us what you think of our barrel selection and what we picked out, but quite good, especially for something in the $25 range. Just very easy to drink, good for mixing, good for sipping on the rocks, and I hope you guys like it because we think it's a lot of fun and it's a new place to try some bourbon. So that is all of the new things that we've brought in. It's been kind of a busy month for David, and it's fun to have him back and excited about all these new things. So please come in and try whatever strikes your fancy. We're all excited about them, and I hope to see you guys soon.